Israel marked the 48th anniversary of the start of the 1973 Yom Kippur War on October 6th, when combined Arab armies mounted a surprise attack on the holiest day of the Jewish year. More soldiers died and were injured in that war than in any of Israel's other wars. Former Israeli commander Effi Eitam was sent on a daring mission to go behind enemy lines and take the Syrian division headquarters. What happened next, he says, seemed like a miracle.
I was throwing hand grenades, shooting, in the broad concrete corridors, and then when I turned behind one of the corners of the corridors, which was full of smoke and dust, I saw something coming out of the dust and the smoke towards me. I was very sure it's a Syrian soldier. I was ready to pull the trigger, and then I saw a bird coming out of the smoke. She just flew behind my head and she stood on my right shoulder. So I completed the assault and the hand grenades and everything. And when I went out of the bunker, I saw a dove, a pigeon, standing on my left shoulder, and she was very determined not to leave me. I put my hand just like that, and she stood on my hand.
Despite Eitam's attempts to get rid of the dove, she stayed with him and his unit for the next 10 days in some of the most intense battles of the Yom Kippur War.
Since we had that angel protecting us, none of my company soldiers was killed or wounded, and we were involved in very intensive battles. She was with us, patrolling a little bit forward, looking what's going on around, sitting here.
Finally, after nearly 2 weeks of frontline conflict, Eitam and his unit were sent to the rear for arrest.
And when I put my feet down the vehicle which brought us from the front to the territory of the State of Israel, she flew away and disappeared.
Since that experience, the sense of the miraculous and God's protection has never left Eitam. The same protection promised in the 23rd Psalm.
Even when I am in valley of death and evil, I'm not afraid because God is with me.
Alpha.